Alright, that's it guys. The final ship part is back in the ship. I've finally recovered every ship part. Now I can return home to Hocketate. Alright, so that was the good ending of the game. There is also a normal ending, which you can get, and a bad ending. Okay, so let's see, our final analysis, parts 30, days 16, surviving Pikmin 672, total Pikmin lost 239. I got the first in terms of parts to day ratio. My last was 30 ship parts to 22 days. I got the first in terms of surviving Pikmin, which was 672, and I got the first in terms of total Pikmin lost. Okay, on my last playthrough I had 777 Pikmin lost. That's a pretty cool number to have lost, if I'm honest. Total Pikmin ever sprouted was 2,321, I think that says. It's behind my muted thing, so I can't quite see the bottom right hand corner of my screen. But oh well. Here are the ship parts. All the ship parts here that are in yellow are necessary for you to beat the game and get the regular ending, which is the ending for not getting every ship part, but for getting all the ship parts you need to beat the game. And all the blue ones are not necessary for beating the game. So if you don't get all of the blue ones but you get all of the yellow ones, you'll get the regular ending. If you don't get all of the yellow ones, you'll get the bad ending, and if you get every single ship part, you'll get the good ending, which is the one that I got. And you just saw save is the only option you get, so that's kind of stupid. And that's it guys. Time for credits. And it's a pretty cool credit sequence if I do say so myself, because it's on the planet, which I think is Earth, but I'm not 100% on. Wii Edition staff credits: executive producer Satoru Iwata, Shigeru Miyamoto, Takashi Tetsuko, was that? Yuji Kando. I don't recognise many of these names, but oh well. You get a nice slow motion shot of Olimar dying there. Okay. European localization: Florence Dancheva something. Raphael, Ariel Del Rio de Angelis, good lord, that is a long name. Technical support, NOA production testing. These credits go really fast. I don't even have time to read these guys' names. Original staff credits: executive producer Hiroshi Yamauchi. I'm not very good with reading Japanese names. Main system programming: Colin Reed. I can read that because it's English. Yay! I do like how they do a little sequence of video on the dark side of the planet. That's pretty cool. UFO design: Hiroyasu Kuwabara. And I swear I just saw a shooting star. Okay. So yeah, Emperor Bulblax won RC boss fight. Only lost 5 Pikmin to him, I think. Wasn't a bad day, all in all. We didn't even reach the final countdown. We just got to the final quarter of the day and beat the guy. Hell yes. Really happy with that, actually. We beat him, and we beat the level really quickly. I remember on my first playthrough, I got the piggy bank back to the ship as the final countdown for the day was like on 3, 2, 1, and it was like, oh my god, please get back. I don't want to waste a day just getting it back from where it already is. And the credits are finished. All rights, including copyright of game, scenario, music, and program, reserved by Nintendo. Alright, now we get awesome music for this little extra thing that they put onto the game, which Nintendo seems to do with quite a few of their games, where they tell you the names of all the enemies and give a little bio on them. So, in alphabetical order, I think, Armoured Cannon Beetle. This migrant lithopod has developed a stronger carapace than its relatives. Holy hell, that's a thingy name. Beady Longlegs. Waxy secretions form this creature's distinctive armoured shell. You get to see some things here from like the beta of the game, because if you look in the background there's a lot of nectar wisps there, and there really shouldn't be. Breadbug. This creature's thick hide protects it from most attackers. Yeah, that's why that guy's annoying to kill. Also, these guys look to be in a weird place, and they're really close together as well. Burrowing Snagret. The bluish hue of its feathers distinguishes it from the burrowing Snarrow. I don't think we saw the burrowing Snarrow in this game. Also here you can see Bulbobs in Distant Spring, and they shouldn't be there. Candy Pot Bud. Could this be the next step in Pikmin evolution? Like the Pikmin themselves, it has many mysteries. No, that blue Pikmin. Also, that's in the Distant Spring, and there is no clamp-shells in the Distant Spring. Oh, they're called clamp-shells. Though beautiful, this mollusk's pearl are thin and fragile. I think the names for the European are different to the American names, which is why I've gotten some of the names for the enemies wrong. Dwarf Bulbear, a Bulbear at an early stage of development in its life cycle. This specimen appears to be nearly fully developed. So yeah, I think some of the names are different, which is why I've gotten some of the names wrong over the course of the Let's Play, but oh well. Dwarf Bulbob. Although similar in appearance to Bulbobs, these belong to a totally different species. Emperor Bulblax. This massive grub dog buries itself when hunting. I wonder if it would show you Emperor Bulblax if you didn't beat the game 100% and actually see the boss. Fiery Blowhog. This creature expels a combustible phosphor that ignites at moderate temperatures. Oh, I hate that guy. It's our worst enemy. Holy hell. I do like his character model though. Swooping Snitchbug. This rare species uses its antenna as wings. And here, look, Gulix is in the Forest Navel, and he is actually in the impact slice, so that's wrong. Gulix, a watery, gelatinous membrane protects this creature's nervous system. I think I would have preferred it if Gulix was in the Forest Navel, though. I think it looks better there. Honey Wisp. Oh, they're called Honey Wisps. This creature collects nectar for the larvae waiting at its nest. Honey Wisp. That's a really... It should just be Nectar Wisp. And also the extraordinary bolt there in the background is in the Distant Spring, which it shouldn't be. Iridescent Flint Beetle. This forager stores undigested pellets in its stomach for winter. That's really weird. Also this Momograph looks to be... Oh, Mamuta rather. Mamuta. This creature seems fond of flowers, but only for their decorative properties. Hence he makes your Pikmin flowery. Pellet Posy. This sparsely growing plant is able to crystallize nectar into round pellets. Oh god, this guy. Puffstool. Many consider this walking fungus a delicacy. Okay. This should be a Puffy Blowhog. Puffy Blowhog. Instead of breathing fire, this species uses its hydrogen to float. Sheer grub. Males of this species are purple and have an armoured head, whereas the females are white and don't attack you. Shearwigs this should be. Shearwig. The males of this species are able to fly, but the females remain underground. So you never see female shearwigs in this game then, I guess. Smoky Prog. Yeah, he seems to be still in the distant spring. Smoky Prog. Thought to be a malformed larval mammuta. Spotty Bulbear. This rare subspecies of bulborb has a certain indefatigability. Read that word yourself, it is difficult. Spotty Bulborb. This nocturnal hunter feeds mostly on small animals returning to their nests at night. Hence it attacks our Pikmin, you dick. These guys have a really weird character model, good lord. Water Dumple. This aquatic creature is a close relative of the Bulborb. These should be frogpoles or something. Wolpole. That's a weird name. This creature appears to be a newborn yellow Wollyhop in a tadpole form. Yeah, these guys, in America these are called Wollywogs, but in Europe they're called Wollyhop. This creature's coloration results from remaining sheltered in its cavernous dwelling. So yeah, Wollyhop, this is a yellow Wollyhop, I guess. I prefer the name Wollywog though. Yellow Wollyhop. After evolution led to the development of its specialised jumping ability, this amphibian actually lost much of its ability to swim. And that seems to be every enemy in the game. I wonder if they left any out. I didn't really check. The happy end. Yay! Nintendo. Alright. So yeah, Wollywog. I prefer the name Wollywog to Wollyhop. Kind of a bummer that they called it Wollyhop in Europe. And I assume in Australia as well. I'm assuming it's just a PAL version, it's called a Wollyhop. Oh well, so is it going to load? Here we are, back at the title screen, just as our Let's Play started. So this has been Let's Play Pikmin for the Nintendo Wii and GameCube. We have beaten the game, so I may show off challenge mode in separate videos as little extras. Challenge mode is where you're put into an area and you have to try and sprout as many Pikmin as you can in one day. It's a pretty cool mode to be honest, but I'm not a big fan of it, but I do like the idea of it. I may show that off, maybe not, just keep an eye out for it I guess. So this has been Let's Play Pikmin. See you guys next Let's Play. Bye bye.